I'm very sorry. I didn't unmute myself and talk. So, okay. So once again, thanks a lot, guys, for joining me again today. So yesterday, it was a very happy event for me, as well as I believe you also enjoyed the session. And today, we are going to focus more on resume writing, where we're going to get inside the depth of resume and what is a resume, and things which I'm going to tell you today is going to be completely different from what you thought a resume is. So get ready for that. Keep your notepads, pens, everything ready. Okay, so today we're going to see something different. So before starting, I also want to know how many of you did the homework which I gave you yesterday. That is writing down the 8 things that you going to implement in the next 1 month. So if you did that, just uh, share your comments as I mean, yes, I did. I'm watching your comments. So if at all you started your homework, yes, I did. I want that comment here. Yes, I did. So okay, super Monica. Thank you. Subhashri. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, super. So today, let me take you through how to build your resume and all those things is going to come today for you. I'm sharing my screen, so give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay, yeah. Hope you can see my screen now. Okay, super. So today we're going to walk through the resumes, and today I'm going to cover 3 things. That is, number one, we're going to see the 5-second magic about a resume. Number two, we're going to see how keyword play a very big role in this resume stuffs. That is the keyword game that we're going to play. And the third thing is anatomy of your resume. I'm just going to reconstruct everything what you have in your resume, and first of all, why you are writing everything on a resume. So it's going to be like uh, taking everything and explaining you like bit in bit, so that you will clearly understand what is a resume. And I'm not going to give you any template, and trust me, the things which you know about resume is completely going to change. So I'm going to give you something different today. And you can also draft your own resume by the end of the session if you take action. Okay, so first of all, why you need a resume? The first thing is to put down all your expertise on a document which will be easily consumable to your audience. Basically, you don't need a resume, first of all, but the reason why someone asks your resume is considering that HR manager or anyone who wants to hire you is your audience, right? So sending something to them in a form of a document is called a resume. So you need to showcase your expertise, all those things in a document. So that document is called resume. Okay. So what is a resume? You call it a resume, but I call it as a branding document. As we saw as we went through the session of finding your identity, what you really want, and discovering yourself and personal branding stuffs. Now I'm going to take you through this process, that is creating your own branding document. Creating having the clarity and creating a document is basically called a resume, and that is what I'm going to take you through. And how to write a resume? First of all, you need to identify you, that we already did yesterday. If you complete that all things what I told you yesterday, this thing is going to be very easy. Number two, you're going to do a market research. Number three, you're going to document it, and that final document is called a resume, and that is what we're going to submit to your employer. And the types of resume, let me tell you, there is no single format for a resume, but it is about creating a document which gets the attention. After getting attention, you're trying to tell something to that person, and then getting an interview call, and then getting placed in a company. So this is the process. So understanding that, having that in mind, we can go with the different formats of resume. That is visual resume, text resume, as well as video resume. I've also did some video resumes also to my people. So it is about the way you present to people and the end user, what the end user wants to consume. So are you with me till now? Can we go into the topic? If yes, please type excited if you are excited about going inside the topic. So I'm waiting for you guys to see your comments. Awesome. Super. Let me just move on to the first step, that is the 5 seconds formula. Do you think that if you prepare 5 to 6 pages of resume, writing all your stories and things like that, and sending it to your employer, do you think that your employer have the time to look at the document? Because the employer have hundreds and thousands of resumes every day, and looking at your resume is not going to happen. So they just have 5 seconds to glance at your resume. Your employer just have 5 seconds to glance at your resume. So what is that you should have, and what is that he is going to look, and what is that you can give it to that person within that 5 seconds is what we're going to learn and know now. Okay, so that is number one. These 5 things are the things which your recruiter or the hiring manager is going to look at in your document. So that is your photo, your name and contact details, your profile summary, that is telling who you are and what value that you can add to that company. Number four, it is your career timeline. For example, since you're a fresher, your career timeline will be your internships as well as the college schools that you have studied. So that is what your career timeline is about. And last one is your skills portfolio. It is about the skills what you have, and you need to mention it properly in a way that he looks at that and finally find that you are the right person. Okay. So number two, we are going into the keyword game, the game of keywords. Okay, so there are a lot of resumes submitted online in the Naukri, Shine, Monster, and whatever it may be. But the real thing is only 3% of resume get shortlisted and seen by a human, and the 97% of resumes are literally thrown away. The reason behind it is because they don't have the right keyword stuffing there inside resume, because there is a tool called ATS, that is applicant tracking system, which literally go search for keywords matching that profile. If you have that keywords inside your profile, it's going to shortlist you, or else it's just going to literally filter you, and it's not going to go in front of a human's eyes. So that is what we're going to face in today's employment market. So it's like you are it's like you knowing to drive a car, but without a license you cannot drive in the road, right? So it's like that, without having the right keywords you cannot go there and meet your recruiter. Understood? So how to get the right keywords? Number one, you need to first of all know what job you want to apply for. After knowing that, just go Google and search for job descriptions that you have, and see what is the thing that they have given, what is the skills that they think that they require for the specific job. And if you read it, you will understand these are all the keywords that they are looking for, these are all the skills that they are looking for. So what you should do is pick those keywords, read those languages, understand the language that they have written. It's about reading different job descriptions of same job role. One minute. So it's about, sorry, my dog is barking here. So yes, so it's about knowing your knowing your job and finding the job description, reading the job description, and finally picking the keywords and knowing the languages. So what you can do is read the company website, know the culture that they are following, and see what kind of person that they are looking for. If you know what kind of person that they are looking for, you can understand that whether I can be the right person in the company or not. If you're not a good fit in the company, just don't go and try. But if you think that person is going to hire you and I feel that I can work in that company, then you can go forward, apply it, and you can move forward. So first one is understand what job you want, then go read the job description. Third one, pick the right keywords. Fourth, also read the culture of the company and pick the right keywords, and those keywords can be put into your content of your resume. Are you clear till now? Yes. If you are clear, type clear. Super. So can we go to the next step? That is, I'm going to deconstruct the every area that we have in our resume, and I'm also going to tell you the reason why we have it and how we can construct it by ourselves. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's move on to the anatomy of our resume. The key areas that we should have in our resume is number one, executive summary, contact details, skills portfolio, your name and photo, career timeline, education qualification, certifications, experience summary, technical skills, and critical areas of focus. I will completely explain every step, each and every step, and what you should write and what you can write. Let me tell you before that, uh, I'm not going to give you any template, or I'm not going to give you any formula. As I told you before, it is completely you. And with having these things, because why am I giving these things is because your recruiter is anyway going to look for these things. With having these things, you can write or create your own document in whatever way you want. I'm going to show you some examples where I created some resumes which will be completely different of what you would have seen before. Okay, so let me take you through the first one, that is the executive summary. So what is the executive summary? A perfect summary is something which tells the value that you add to the company. It is, I've seen a lot of objective, that is the career objective. I've seen a lot of resumes in that they will tell, I am this kind of person. I want to do something here. I want to do something there. And I'm a good learner. I'm a quick learner. All these things will be there. But the thing is, your employer don't want what are you. And the basic thing what he expects is, what is the value that you can add to the company? What is the change that you can bring to the company? Is it any value addition coming to the company? It is always about them. It's not about you. So if you can talk the language of that person, telling that, or convincing that person, telling that you are the right person and I can bring the value to the company, then you're going to get shortlisted. So that is the thing what you should have in your executive summary, because that occupies the first three lines of your resume. So it's very, very, very important. So let me tell you what is the things that you need to have. Number one, you should write your role or the designation. Number two, you should have your number of years of experience. If you're a fresher, that can be a different scene. I will also give you some example. I'll show you some examples. Third, yeah, if you're a fresher, you can state yourself as an aspiring so and so employee. Let's say aspiring digital marketer, aspiring human resource manager, things like that. And it's about what value you provide. So talk about that. Okay, and what change you can bring to the organization and what skills you basically master. That skills can be the keywords which you researched in the job description, what you learned or read in those companies. Okay, you can just align it with you and just add it in this executive summary. So let me show you some examples, right? So this is one of a profile which we developed for a fresher candidate. He have done few internships, and now he's moving into his job search. And this is what we wrote. That is basically it's a profile snapshot. We didn't write it as a career objective, which is very uh, basic word, and hundreds of resume. Every resume will have the same word, and like the recruiter gets bored. Whatever chance you have to create a difference, make use of it. So we wrote it like career, I mean the profile snapshot, like a small thing what we're going to give you, like a piece of cake. Okay, so that is a hardworking professional, resourceful management graduate with a remarkable analytics logical. Guys, can you read this? Is it visible to you? If yes, please tell us. You can also go through and read it, so that you will understand what is a executive resume, sorry, executive summary looks like. If it is clear, can you zoom and read? Possible? Just read the first paragraph. You will understand what kind of things you need to add in your, and what kind of summary you need to put. Super, super. So just you can rotate your screen and zoom and read it, so that you will understand what kind of things you can get. Okay. Number two, let me move to. Can I move? Yes. I'm also going to share you some samples of resume, so not a problem. So next I will go to another example. This is something which I created for a person who's having 23 years of experience. For him, the thing is completely different. I didn't have any, I mean, the title called summary, but basically I started with the summary, and then comes the photo and his name, and then comes his uh, contact details and things like that. So it is also another way to get the attention. So whenever a person comes look at your profile, the first thing what you need to tell is, uh, I mean, this person is a fish keeper, so I gave his designation 25 years of experience, 25 years of experience, and he's strong in this other skills that what he needs to acquire in his job role. So all these things are written here. So don't worry if you cannot read it. Don't worry. I'm just going to share every sample, every profile what I'm going to show here. So don't worry. I'm going to share it with you. So you can have that. You can read it. You can understand what kind of profile you need to have. Okay. Moving on to the next step, that is contact details. It is very simple, guys. This is like you may think that this is not a very big deal, but you know what, if you have a wonderful resume without having a proper contact details given there, you're not going to get a call. And so contact details is very important. I've seen a lot of resumes having a very stupid email IDs. That is, once I had a resume where that person is a bike racer, and he's applying for some automobile company. His email ID was rx100 at gmail.com. This is like very bad. So if this kind of mail IDs, if you give there in a resume, you will not be professional. It will not project yourself as a professional person. And whenever a recruiter or hiring manager see your email ID, he will not think your name will not come in front of him. So the best thing what you can have is create a mail ID with your name. If you can get some numbers or things like that, that is fine, but don't have some fancy email IDs. Please go very professional and have your name. That is more than enough. Okay, have a professional email ID. Add your social media link. It can be your LinkedIn, it can be your uh, Instagram also. It depends on what job role you are going. If you are a designer, if you are a visual communication student, if you have your portfolio in your Instagram, then go for Instagram. So add your social media link there. Add your location is very important, your phone number. And if you are going outside of India or outside any country, you can apply for You can also write your passport number. Okay, all these things are needed in the contact details. So now let me show you a quick example of how you can neatly present contact details. So this is one of a resume which I did. So that is, he is a fresher, and this profile is what I showed you before. That is a profile snapshot. And in this, I've given a small icon for that mail and small icon for that phone, and I've written that number and the mail ID. These are all the small steps, but it can create more impact. Okay, so this kind of things, if you want to do, if you want to stand out of the crowd, you need to do something different, and this something is not very big, it is very small. Do that. And next we move on to the skills portfolio. Skills portfolio is nothing but talking your employer's language. Your employers, like I told you, basically it's a keyword game. You need to go read the job description, understand what things you want, and in that picking the skills, in that the keywords what you pick can also be the skills which you can portray in a separate place, so that immediately that recruiter sees that and know that this person is exactly having whatever I want. So I'm like going for this person. So you can create that kind of impression when you are going to submit a resume. So what you should do is research about the JD, that is job description, read the company website, look for the keywords, look for the skills they demand, like what I told you, and those skills in the resume, add those skills in the resume. If at all it really suits you, don't just pick all the words and put there. If you go there and if you cannot relate those words and those keywords with you, then it's not going to work. And finally, build a proper neat presentation, which I'm going to show you now. So it can be something like this. This is here I've given the skill sets, and below that I've also given the software skills. So it is always better to show the management skills and the technical skills separately. Okay, so that gets more visibility. And here is another example. This blue thing is for that experience profile, and this white box is for that fresher profile. So basically that fresher guy is a management guy, so we want to go for the sales, marketing, business development, things like that. So all these keywords are the keywords which the recruiter is going to expect, and the recruiter is going to load in the ATS. Okay, if you submit this kind of resume online, these keywords get shortlisted and your resume gets to the next stage. If you don't do this, if you're not doing this, then there is no chance for you to cross that and go to the next level. I can also promise you that you will get a call if you are applying the normal resume, but not from a good company which you really want. There are a lot of desperate company looking for people to join, and people who are desperately wanting job also go there and get a job. But trust me, if you want to get a good job, if you want to get some wonderful company, then you should go with this. Okay, so this is how you can present your skills in your resume. Okay, got it? Got it? Till now, are you with me? Interesting, boring, anything? If you tell me it's boring, I can try something different for you to explain these things. Anything interesting or boring? I'm waiting for you to talk. Comments. Have you one more question? Have you ever seen something like this? Have you ever know that you need to present yourself like this before? Do you know this? Have you ever seen like something, an example like this? But quite interesting. Yes, I know, guys. I've been in your place. Like I felt like, oh my god, this resume is such a boring thing. But now I am creating resume and I'm making it very interesting. And you know what? This kind of interesting resume, this kind of creative resumes go inside the market, and it reaches to the employer. So that's the game. These people are literally playing the old game and trying and expecting the new outcome. How can you even expect something, doing the old things and expecting something new? So it's not going to be it's not happening. It's not happening, guys. So let us go creative, let us be unique and do something like that. Okay, so next comes the photo and your name. This is very, very, very important. Like let's say I am coming and meeting you, and what is the first thing that I'm looking at is your face, right? Your face, your eyes. And the second thing, what I'm going to ask you is your name. So this is your identity. Okay, so show the best of yours. I mean, the photo. You have the best photo of yours. Have a very professional photo. And whenever this person thinks of your photo, I mean your face, your name should come. This is the goal of this name and photo. Please remember, whenever that person looks at your photo, your name should be appearing, I mean popping up in his mind. Or whenever he's thinking about your name, your photo or your face should appear in his mind. So that is the goal. It is always about the mind game what we play with this resume. Okay, so it's about the mind game what we're going to play. So have a proper photo, have a proper name given there. Like the way you present the name is very, very important. I'll also show you the example. Highlight or have a bigger size font for your name. This makes your make sure that they remember you. That's the goal, and grab their attention. Okay, the font size can be 14 to 20. It is can be. I didn't tell it should be. Okay, it depends on what kind of resume you build. If at all you want a bigger size, go for it. If at all you want a smaller size, go for it. But having a bigger font is always works better for me. That's what I've tried and it worked well. So this is another example. Like I told you, this guy Jonathan Priyan, I've given the name and exactly I've given his photo. So whenever the person looks at this or think of this person, the name is going to appear in his mind. So that's a goal, and I've covered it here. Okay, cool. Okay. So next comes the career timeline. The reason for you to have a career timeline is to show your credibility. Basically, whenever a relation, let's say a relation coming to your home, they already know you. The next thing what they will ask is, what are you doing? பசங்க என்ன பண்றாங்க, என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க? They will ask this, right? So you should also tell something to just satisfy that person. So that is how relations comes and talk like that. Okay, so that's that add credibility. So now putting the same perspective on this resumes, and the relationship between you and your employer is something where you came from, on something what you have did and something what you're going to do. So that is your credibility. So you should have, the employers will identify you by the company you worked in. That add credibility to you. The company you worked in adds value to your career. Okay, so it is always about that. So make sure that you have worked in a good company. Even if it's not, that's not a problem. If that's an advantage, take it. If that's not an advantage, then make use of your own talent. Okay, so don't worry about it. So this is an example where I grabbed attention just having this kind of career timeline. Okay, so like I told you before, the 5 seconds formula: name, career timeline, summary, experience summary, and the last thing is your contact details and skills. Like all these 5 things are very, very important. If you know the techniques to get the attention of that person with representing these things highlighted, you will easily get that attention and you will go forward. So this is one kind of technique which I used, which can be used by you also to get the attention of the employer, because they are going to look at this, and this is going to change the game of your profile. If you're literally doing everything what I tell you today, uh, your career game is completely going to change. Like I've heard people telling that someone cannot judge me with my resume, but the sad thing and the reality is, you need a resume to first of all showcase who you are, and after that the resume game gets over. then you go there and talk about you, and that's how it happens. But this is a document which is going to change your career, right? Even though you don't focus on it, it's going to change your career. So please don't ever think like what is a resume going to make, but you need to put time, think of that. That's why I'm spending these 3 days for you to go deeper and understand what a resume is, and this game is going to change your career and your life. Okay, so this is one of the timeline what we did. Is this good? Is this good? If you see a resume like this, will you be watching it? Will you be reading it? So think like an employer. Think like an employer and see whether if someone submits a resume like this, what you will do. Okay. Super. So let me move on to the next one. That is your education qualification. Like I told you, if you are an experienced person, your career timeline adds value, and if you are a fresher, your education qualification will add the credibility to your profile. So present it very neatly. Avoid the table things. I've seen a lot of resumes having the tabular column. In that you will write the college, what board you studied, what things you, what course you did, and what percentage you got. That is boring. Please don't do that, and it's not going to be like, it's not going to stand out. So don't do that. Avoid tables. Courses you make sure that you have the courses you completed, and college you studied, and duration and the year of studies should be written very clearly and very neatly presented. So this is one of an example what I did for the profile. So that is post graduation diploma in this college in this year, this college, this course this year. So this is the format what I do. If you can create your own, please go for it. Okay. If you don't have the job experience, it's not a problem. It is always mandatory for you to go do some internships. If you don't have internships, talk about your college projects. If at least you need to have something to tell. So do something. College projects, if you have more than that, you can go for internships. If you can go more than that, you can talk about the projects you did in the internships. So these are all the things. If you are a fresher, not a problem. I'm also giving you what is that you need to do if you're a fresher. Okay, super. So let me move to the experience summary. Experience summary is something where you need to talk more deep on what you have done and tell what value you provided during that period. That is more important that you should have. So I'm just giving you the direction on what you need to write. I'm not giving you the template or a way to write. I'm just giving you, okay, if you do this, this will work for you. Okay. It's about completely experimenting. Okay. Super. So talk more numbers. So if you, let's say you have been doing an internship for 2 months, and you initially when you joined in that company, the team size was 5, and later when you joined at the company, let's say you're an HR resource person, you hired 5 more people, and you can put that numbers into your resume. So from 2 members I've increased the team into 5 members or things like that. Have that percentage given. I mean, 10% increase in so and so job, so that the productivity increases. So talk numbers. People are attracted to numbers. If you have those numbers there, they will immediately go and read. Okay. Specific, if you done any specific program, write about it. If you handled any projects, write about the results what you got. Write about the team size and add that in your resume. Before you joined and after you joined, write down the data and your key responsibilities. Sometimes you will not have those data, but you can write about the key responsibilities. So what you will be doing every day, and what is the expected outcomes that you have. Did you complete it? And if you complete it, how many hours of time you took, how many days of time you took. So all these things can be written. So think deeply and think, write it very uh, professionally with having those keywords inside. Okay, keywords you can add it here also. So keywords in this place adds more visibility and credibility. Okay, someone is laughing, I don't know why. So yeah, this is one kind of experience summary that I wrote to this person. Actually, I'm showing an experienced person, but that's okay. I'm just giving you an example. I'm also going to share you a fresher sample with you, so that's not a problem. You can also have a look at it. Okay, so this is significant contribution. I didn't write that place as experience summary because that's boring. Like I told you, I don't do boring things, and I will not have boring stuffs in the resumes. Okay, I wanted to make it very creative. So whatever chance I get, I want to grab attention. So I put that into a new word. That word is significant contribution. Okay, with that, I've written the name, sorry, the designation name and the place he worked at, and what is the role, the operations manager. And I've written all those things, like what he did, what is the key responsibilities, and I've like literally injected all the keywords inside. So this is how a job description should be looking like. Okay, cool, understood, works for you, understood. If you understood, type uh, us US, type US if you understood. If you don't understand, then you can show a thumb down. I will I will explain it to you again. Thumbs up. I'm getting thumbs up. There's no thumbs down, right? I'm not boring you, right? Okay. Super, 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 super. You can literally tell me whatever you feel so that I can give you something more interesting. I'll try something new for you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now moving on to the next thing is you should have proper technical skills written in your resume. So we already spoke about the skills portfolio. That is the let's say if you are an HR manager, you can talk about the people management skills. And next, if you go for the technical skills, every HR manager uses some tools to manage the process. So you can write about the computer skills that you have, because uh, company also invest money in training a person. If you don't know that tool, they need to train you, they need to put money and invest on you and to train you, and that costs a lot. So if you can write those skills there, if you have those skills, if you can write those skills there, that person can easily understand that, oh my god, this person's already have the skill. So uh, my investment is saved, so I can hire this person. So this is also another game that we can play to ensure that we get more closer to that person. So these are all like small hacks that we can separately put. Like a lot of people put all the technical skills and all the a quick learner, a quick adapter, and all those things will be messed up things, and they just add there. But don't do that. Go in this way, like separately show your technical skills, separately show your people skills, things like that. So this is another example, and this is how I portray this technical skill, that is core skills, right? So I this is for this person, I've taken this core skills, and let's say it's cross functional supervision, team building and mentoring, client relation and presentations, vendor management, and technical solution and architect. So these skills are very important for this role. So what I did is I wrote that into separate column. I've given some box, I mean the small dots highlighting that. I've also created a pie diagram, a pie chart, where I clearly explain uh, what is the strength and how strong he is in this certain skills. So this also about getting the attention and telling something to them. First thing is always attention, guys. I can zoom. Let me try. I don't know whether I can zoom. Okay. Can you see? I zoomed it. So yeah, I think you can see. Okay, so yes, I've written these things. I've the basic thing is I grabbed this attention and showed everything what they need. And here comes another one. This is a very good example. I've showed a very small part, they also have more skills there given. So that is he is a good project manager, and the job he's going to apply for also need also is like dealing with the project management things like that. So what I did is I just had that as a title, project management. In that, what all keywords that the employer is expecting, I just put those things as the skills, like custom software development, database design. These are all the technical skills, right? And system engineering, system migration, all those things are put here to focus these things more better. Okay, cool. So this is how you should present your technical skills as well as those skills. Yes. Moving on to the next step. Actually, I covered everything that you should have in a resume. Now, the most important and beautiful hack that you can do to make people read your resume is your cover letter. Okay. The main, have you guys heard about cover letter? Do you know what is a cover letter? Yes, no, comment. Yes, no, I know, I don't know. Yes, no. Okay. Super. Let me tell you, a cover letter is nothing but a single page summary of your 2 page or 3 page resume. Okay. So the main role of cover letter is to introduce yourself to the employer and encourage them to read your resume. It's just going to be a trailer kind of thing. Before watching the movie, you want to see the trailer and what is that, right? So the purpose of the trailer is to get the attention and get the person to see the movie. The same thing is what a uh, cover letter plays here. The same role is what a cover letter plays here. So what you can give in that cover letter is have a short summary like thing. Then if you have some specific highlighted achievements or highlighted things, that highlighted results that you have in your resume, pick all those things and put there in your cover letter, and then tell finally, this is what I am, so I'm looking for so and so dates to meet you. So let's meet. Things like that can simply you can go with that. So your small introduction, your achievements, and finally ending with a small note telling that we will meet soon and I'm eagerly waiting for you, waiting to meet you. Things like that can be written. So this is the purpose of the cover letter. I've told you about the keyword stuffs. I've also told you about the 5 minutes, 5 seconds magic that's happening. And to do that magic properly, I've explained everything that what you should have in your resume with proper examples. And to first of all get visibility to this resume, you also need a cover letter. So I also told you how a cover letter should be looking like. Uh, so I'm done. What I want to tell you finally is, first of all, you need to unlearn from whatever you know before. That is, there is no specific format for resume. Be creative, be unique, and make them feel you. It is not creating a document which is something which is duplicating you, but make them feel what kind of person you are. Bring that personal brand inside this resume things. And the technical things what you're going to play is the keywords. Understood? That is why I explained about you about the personal brand to you yesterday. With having that personal brand, create a document. After creating a document, put the keywords inside, make a mixture, and then come with a branding document, which I call it a branding document, which you call it a resume. Okay, so that's how it works. Like I told you, you cannot do the same thing expecting and expect different results. Like if you go for the traditional old resume, hundreds of people are going to submit the old traditional resume, and the recruiters who's going to see before even seeing your resume, you will know that this is what is going to be your. So what is the reason for me to read and things like that? But if you take time, if you do something like this, that gets the attention, that makes you move forward and get closer to the employer. Okay, so this is the five things that I need to tell you. That is, number one, be you, talk their language, that is, understand the employer's language and talk that language. Finally, number three, get their attention. It's about always getting the attention first. Number four, after getting the attention, tell about you, who you are, what you do, what I've done, what college I've studied, what results I've brought, what achievements I have, what internships I've done. All those things can be explained. And the last thing is the output that you're going to expect is make them give you a call. Without doing all these things and without getting that call, nothing is going to work. So focus on two things, that is getting attention, talking to them, and make them do a call with you. So if you done all these things properly, you're going to go for uh, your interview. Before that, let me tell you why you should do all these things. I can also simply build a resume, I can go for an interview, and all those things can happen. But the the important thing that you you will have if you do all these things is, the employer doesn't want a person who can work with them, but the employer want a person who can be in their team and create some value. So to identify that person, he needs a person who know about this company, who really want to work in his company. Like I told you, the homework that you need to do, the research that you need to do before even writing a resume is reading the company website, understanding job description. And I promise you that no people will do this before even writing the resume. But if you do, you will understand the company, you will understand the company's culture, you will know how you relate to the company, you will know what keywords, exact keyword you need to put. You will also understand what kind of employers they are. With having this with having this clarity, with having this mindset, if you go for an interview, trust me, you will do it awesome. Okay, it's not about building only a resume, it's about you preparing for the interview. And the process of preparing for that interview, you also get an outcome that is a perfect resume. Okay, yes, so that is how you need to think, and this is how you need to work before even starting to write a resume. Now I told you everything. So what I wanted you to do is go get your resume done. Okay, all clear? So I also have something for you. So I wanted you people to go with having all these things done. To make things more clear, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share you samples, two samples of resume. One is an experienced person sample. Number two, you will also get a fresher sample. So compare both those things with the things what I told you. Hope you taken notes of everything. With having that notes, seeing those examples, you can easily get what you should get out of your resume. Draft a resume, and after drafting a resume, you can send it to me through LinkedIn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to review your resume after you following these steps, because I've spent a lot of time with you explaining these things and I want to see some results. So you can get connected with me on LinkedIn. You can send me your resumes. I'm just going to review first 15 resumes, because more than that will also take my time. So I can do that for you. And I'm also giving you two bonus documents, that is the powerful words that you should use in your resume. That there I've created a document where it have 160 words. In that 160 words you can pick those words, like powerful words like uh, adapt things and achieved, what all things you need to have, what all words you need to add in your resume. I've drafted it in a document. You can pick those words if you're confused about putting some right keywords, so you can add that. And I've also given you another document, going to give you another document, that is the industries that you have outside and which you can work on. So finally I'm going to give you four documents, two sample resumes, one is experience, one is fresher. uh, Another two documents is powerful keywords, power. It's not keywords, it's power words. And last one is the industries that you can work on. So yes, so if you want me to review your resume after you following all these things, get connected with me on LinkedIn with a personal note. Send me a personal note. uh, Everyone can send me a connect, but I'm going to accept only people who send a personal note. Like you can tell that you are so person attended, I've attended your workshop, things like that. The reason why I'm telling you to do this is I will tell you on tomorrow's session. Tomorrow's session is going to be like full hack on how to get your employer. So it's going to be awesome. These are all the few steps from tomorrow's session. Okay, so first connect with me on LinkedIn with a personal note. Start commenting on my recent post. Comment on my recent post. I will get notified. So you will get a visibility. If you comment on my post, you will get a visibility so that I will know who you are. So get on my notification and finally DM me with your updated resume. So you can find me as Kenneth Alfie, employer branding and LinkedIn. So this is how we get connected. So do this. Uh, then I will help you with whatever you want. So I'm done. So I'm stopped sharing my screen. Cool. Do you want me to zoom? What do you want me to zoom? Okay. Super. I think we have done with uh 5:30. It's 5:30, right? Super. Okay, guys. Now it's time for your question Q&A. You can ask me whatever clarifications you have, whatever doubts you have. I'm open and I can clear your doubts and whatever you have.
Hi guys, so this is Vedika here. I'm gonna help sir in reading out the questions. So guys, whatever questions you have, please put in the chat box. And sir, there were a few questions here and there. Probably I'll just read those out.
Yes.
So the first question is just one social media link is sufficient, or can we give in more?
Okay. Choose the best. Don't go for more. Don't waste their time. So if you that's what I told you, right? If you're a professional person going like HR job, please go for your LinkedIn. If you're a artist kind of person, go for your Instagram. So use only one link. Don't give more so that they get confused. Go for one.
Okay, okay, sure. Thank you, sir. And the next question is, what if they don't have any social media accounts? Any other alternatives?
No, you should be on social media. No other way. At least have a proper LinkedIn profile. I personally won't recommend you not having a LinkedIn because now the job market is very competitive. Like I told you, only 3% of resumes are seen by the recruiter. Okay, so another way to get your recruiter is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn have a statistics of 12 to 15% of resumes what you apply or go meet through LinkedIn get shortlisted. Okay, so you should have a proper LinkedIn profile. Then you should connect with people on LinkedIn. So 60% of jobs have been through networking on LinkedIn. Okay, so tomorrow's session is very, very important. I'm going to tell you what all things you need to do to network with the people. So please, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, go create now.
I'm sure people will be super excited for tomorrow's session as well. And sir, the next question is okay, people wants to see examples of cover letters. Maybe.
Okay, I'll also send the cover letter samples.
Okay, sir. Then how many pages should a resume contain?
Maximum for a even for a 20 years experienced person, I would recommend 3 pages. For fresher, it can be 1 or 1.5 page maximum. Don't
Okay,
go
okay.
more than that. If you have more things to give, please give. Don't restrict, but don't go for like 4. I've seen a lot of fresher resumes like going for 4 pages. I don't know what they have on, but they do, but they create something like that. So don't go for it. Maximum go with 1 and 1.5 page. That's more than enough.
Okay, sir. And is photo necessary in a resume? Can it be without photo
Photo
also?
photo gets attention.
Okay, it's like pictures get registered in our minds
Yeah,
more than words.
yeah. Like I told you, photo and name gets the attention. So do it. So give it.
Okay, so the question is being repeated. What if we don't have any social media accounts?
No, you should have no other. Like I told you, the all the before 5 years, if you ask me, I would have told that okay, that's okay. But now your employer, every HR manager is in LinkedIn. No HR manager uh, will skip or will. I don't think every HR managers are in LinkedIn. So you also need to be there on LinkedIn. So you need to be in a place where your customers are. Your customers or audience is your HR managers. So you need to be there on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, please create a
Okay,
LinkedIn profile.
okay, so I guess that answers the next question I was going to ask. Which social media account is used, sir? Please tell me. Yeah, LinkedIn, as sir told. That would be more preferable. Do we have any other alternatives or any other platforms?
Yeah, you can also have blog page. You can create a blog page and write blogs in your niche. Let's say if you're a digital marketer, create a digital marketing blog for your own blog. You can create your own blog, write blogs, create videos, whatever documentation you have, put it digitally. You can go with social media. I mean, your LinkedIn, as well as if you can have your own blog page, you can go with that.
Okay, sir. And other than LinkedIn, is it necessary to have account on Facebook and Insta?
Instagram, yes. Since I talk about, if you there is, I can give you two answers. If you specifically talk about job, I will tell go for LinkedIn. But if you generally ask about your career, I recommend you to be there in all social medias. Okay, Facebook is for marketing, Instagram is for branding, and LinkedIn is for networking.
Wow,
Okay, in your
that
life
was
you
beautiful.
cannot skip any all these things are essential. Marketing, branding, and networking, very, very essential thing for everyone. Since I spoke about, and since I spoke with personal branding, very, very needed.
Wow, I mean, I'm really stunned listening to that. Facebook for marketing, Insta for branding. I love
LinkedIn
it.
for networking.
Uh, yeah, LinkedIn for networking. And sir, they want to know if they can have accounts on Naukri and Monster site.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, right? So Naukri and Monster are just like you doing something, and please don't expect any results there, because you will not get, mostly you will not get. Even if you get, you may get some random calls, because I assure you, whenever someone apply for a job, they will get a call from some BPOs. So those companies are desperately wanting people. So people who are desperately wanting jobs, they both get connected, and that's not going to help in the long term career. So this game, what I'm talking to you and I'm trying to explain you, is not about getting a job. It's about creating your career. If you really wanted and committed to your career, and I wanted to do something different and big, then go for this. If you don't have things like that, I just want to get a job, then you can go for the normal things like that. Naukri is, yeah, it is good, but you don't trust that. Don't depend fully on that.
Okay. Okay, sir. The next question is YouTube preview on similar job description. Can be added information, like how far can they rely on such media forums?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
The question says the YouTube preview on similar job description. YouTube previews. Can those be added as informations in the resume, or like how far
You
can they
so
rely on
that
such?
person is having a YouTube page, right?
Yeah, YouTube preview. I guess he means by that, he or she.
YouTube, see, seriously, YouTube is a very good skill. If you are a YouTuber, if you do whatever you do in YouTube, please have it in your resume. It's going to work. If someone is not going to hire you because that you're doing some stupid things on YouTube, then that person is not fit for you, and you will not fit for that person. Don't go for it. Go for person who's hiring you for who you are. YouTube is a very good thing. Whatever you do on YouTube, go for it. Go put it in your resume.
Okay, sir. So the next question is there any like standard font size to be followed on for resume?
Yes. 8 is minimum. Don't go below that. 8 is minimum. Maximum you can go up to 12. The normal font size can be 8 to 12, and if you have some if you have some highlighted things like the headings and all, you can go like 14 to 20. 8 to 12, 14 to 20. So this is uh, something you can follow.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Guys, is there any other questions? You can
Yeah,
bombard him with. Yes,
Vedika, good
ma'am.
evening. Shanmugapriya here. Excellent session, Kenneth. I just have a question on behalf of the students.
Yeah.
What is the difference between area of interest, passion, extracurricular activities, or hobbies? So, which of these is a priority to be included in a resume? So, on
Okay.
behalf of the students, I'm posing
I
you this
first of
question.
all, I don't add hobbies at all. Hobbies is waste of time. They are not going to read that. Then areas of expertise, you need to have it in the first page or immediately after the first page, because areas of expertise is something which that person want, and telling that I have it. Okay, you want it, I have it. So that is my areas of expertise. So add it. Then comes your passion. If you have some passion, then go for it. So whatever that person want, put that in front. So areas of expertise is needed. Passion comes next, and then hobbies, I don't think. And what is another thing that you asked, ma'am? Areas of expertise, passion, I told. Hobbies not needed.
Ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, thanks a lot for the answer. I would just like you to share the sample CVs, what you have, sample resume for a freshers, so that it will be useful for them. If you could share us the CVs so that I can
Yes,
share
yes.
it with the
I'm
students.
going to share it with you, ma'am. I'm just creating that link for you. Once that's ready,
Yeah,
I will share it with you. You can share it with your students.
sure, sure. Yeah. Vedika, any more questions, Vedika?
I don't find any, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So thanks a lot,
Maybe we'll.
Kenneth, for this. Yeah, proceed.
Um, yes, ma'am. I just thought we'll just give them another 1 minute question session.
Yeah. Is there any more questions, students?
Extracurricular.
Ma'am, can they use, sorry, sir, can they use like Twitter platform also? Like you gave example as Facebook and
Twitter
Insta,
for
and
what? Twitter for what?
as in building the profile on Twitter.
You should have a Twitter profile if you are doing some business stuffs, but adding Twitter inside resume will not work. Your Instagram will work because you have some things to document there. Your LinkedIn works because that's professional thing which you can every day update things. Your Facebook also will not work. Don't give your Facebook. Go with Instagram or LinkedIn. Facebook and uh, Twitter will not work.
Okay, so there's one more question. If they have applied for jobs through LinkedIn, like those opportunities come in LinkedIn, if it is route to another job portal like Shine or Naukri, is it mandatory to register through those portals?
That's what I'm telling you, no, right? Like Naukri and Shine is highly competitive. So what I will suggest you is always go for place where you have less competition. Go if you let's say if you're going for Google, you will also have the job description given in the Naukri, Shine, as well as in the LinkedIn. So what I will tell you is don't go for it. Go for Naukri and Shine. If you have the description on LinkedIn or the job application on LinkedIn, go for LinkedIn because that have less competition and it gets more visibility also. So if you don't have the job application in LinkedIn, then go for these two websites.
Okay, sir. I guys, I hope all your questions are answered. If you still have doubt, you can ask quickly now. Otherwise, we'll wind up the session, and we have posted the feedback links,
I have sent.
which will be.
Clarify. Shivani, I've sent one query. Can you clarify? I don't know what query she
Yeah,
asked.
it's clarified. The LinkedIn one. You just answered, sir.
Okay, done.
Okay. So yes, guys, we have posted the feedback form links. So please do fill it before 6:30. So by 6:30, we'll be closing the forms. Ma'am, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, it was a wonderful session, Kenneth. Thanks a lot, because as we're marching towards our campus placement drives 2021, so we thought this would be the apt time for us to have this workshop, which will be helpful for the students to prepare and draft their CV. And throughout the session, it was very informative. It was focused on resume writing, so that the students will know would have got some information on how to draft it, and they may project well in the interview session. So my request from my end for today's session is if you could share the sample resumes so that I can share it with the students.
Not a
And
problem.
yeah,
I
so
will share it with you.
yeah, yes, thank you, thank you. And yesterday we got a feedback, excellent feedback from the students, and today again we have shared the feedback link, girls. So please do fill in the feedback link before 6:30 p.m. And Kenneth, we will share you the consolidated feedback forms by the end of third day evening.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
So yeah, thanks a lot, Kenneth. So thank you, students. Thank you, placement secretaries, and thank you, Sashi ma'am. So let us end up here, and tomorrow the same timing before 15 sharp we can no meet in the same platform. We'll share you the link for tomorrow's session via WhatsApp. Thank you,
Thank
girls.
you.
Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank you.
lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you, students,
thank you,
for your
ma'am.
enthusiastic participation.
Yeah, Niranjana,
See
we
you.
can
Bye-bye.
close it. Yeah, thank you. Niranjana, we can close this. Hope Niranjana is here. Yes, we Vedika, Sashi ma'am, we ourselves can quit because Niranjana is not there, so we ourselves can close it.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir.